Hello, my name is Chris if you didn't already know, and welcome to my show SmegChris Review. And for those of you who are new, you'll notice that I'm waving my hands about a lot. I do it all the time, get used to it, I've had to. Before I get on with a review of a movie, I want to talk about a new television show I'm currently watching. It's called SEAL Team. It stars David Boreanaz and he's also a producer, and as you can tell from the title, it's about a SEAL team. I'm having to be careful there because I keep wanting to call it Navy SEALs. Trust me, it's very different from that film. What I really like about the show are the characters. They are really well developed. However, with every show I'm finding it very hard to remember their names. But I think that's just a fault on my part. I've always been like it. I think I called myself Tim for about 3 years before I realised my name was Chris. I'm joking. The episodes aren't action orientated, more like plot and character driven, and I've been enjoying them immensely. But there is some action, and when there is, it's gripping. One gripe I have about the show is the shaky camera action, and also sometimes they go into night vision mode. Now I understand it when we're seeing it from a character's point of view, but when we're not, it just doesn't make sense. But other than that, I do recommend it. But just know it can be quite brutal. It's not a kids show. If it were, they'd be wearing tags with the names on and I'd be able to remember them. Moving on, the movie I'm reviewing is Rampage. I've been told it's based on a video game, but I can't remember it. The story starts basically at the end of a scene that could have easily have come from the movie Alien. We then see the fallout of that, and then we're introduced to the main character in the form of Dwayne Johnson. He works at a zoo and is friends with an albino gorilla named George, whom we can communicate with. However, George and 2 other animals from around the country are contaminated with a pathogen and they start to grow in size. So yes, it's another monster movie. We also get Naomi Harris showing up as a scientist with a forced American accent. It's not as bad as Benedict Cumberbatch's from Doctor Strange because Naomi's accent is passable. Other than that, I thought her character was fantastic. We also get Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing a character who I thought was great. Just when you think he's playing a cliché character, we see a different side to him. Shame I can't say the same about the film's villains. They were pretty much one-sided. That was a letdown. As for the creatures, we already started feeling for George because we were introduced to him before he started growing in size. The second creature has a lot of screen time and it's pretty interesting, but the third one we don't actually see properly until the final act, which I thought was a good idea. They do tease it throughout the movie, but they save the spectacle for the end. The story does move at a good pace, but some of the dialogue seems so corny that you will actually be rolling your eyes. I know I did. But it's not all bad. There are some good plot points and some genuine laugh out loud moments. I also found that the relationships in the movie were believable and felt sincere. For a monster movie, this felt like one of the better ones that we've had in the past few years. Dwayne Johnson seems to have another winner as I give Rampage a... Seriously, can that man do no wrong? Oh wait a minute, I've just remembered his Tooth Fairy film. Yeah, never mind. Well, that's it for this episode, so it's time for me to go. Thank you for watching and subscribing if you have. Until the next time, peace out. So it seems I'm playing catch up on my review videos. You see, I watched Rampage I think about 3 weeks ago, and I've already seen 2 other films since, and I haven't reviewed them yet. And I'm about to go camping this week, so I'll not be able to post any of them, or film them even, until at least the week after. And that week, the new Jurassic World film comes out. Maybe I ought to film some in the tent. Or maybe I should take my green screen and then I can fill it in afterwards with this background. That seems like too much work. Nah, I'm far too lazy for that. I guess I'm just going to have to keep on trying to catch up. I don't know.